Hello everybody, how's it going? I don't know why my countdown cut out like that, but whatever. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. Right, where's my background music? There it is. Everything's not as automated this time. So, hope you like the pop-up sign. There we go. Nicely done, nicely done. You might notice sometimes my chest will go invisible. It's because I'm wearing a Rick and Morty top and the colour is similar to my screen at the back, so that'll disappear a few times. Anyway, firstly I just want to say thanks to my lovely Patreon supporters. We've got Caino the VIP, L, Pitybug and Scary Mary, the Fantastic Four. Now, as I was doing yesterday, I was drawing for a book called When Granny Came to Stay, as is the title here. So I'm going to be carrying on with that. So I'm basically just leading off what I did yesterday. Been designing the mother at the moment because, yeah, right, they're circles. It's a good thing I locked the layer because I would have been drawing on the wrong thing. So I've got limbs. I'll just do arm. I'll just write arm. Arms, and then I'll do legs. I also like to not redesign, I like to position all my layers in a specific way. Even though these are the sketch layers, I like to position them in a specific way, which you know, in what order they probably would be. I don't know, just whatever. Right, so I'll work on the legs. And you guys could probably help me with this as well, because, yeah, check out the website. Yeah, you can help me pick out colours and things, like what colour I should make the characters. I feel like the legs are a little too wide. Well, the trousers, I mean, basically. This one can have a point at the bottom. So if we go whoop. And then, yes, how is everybody doing, by the way? I've managed to start a little bit early than yesterday. Downside is quite a few people are busy today. Bit sad, but that is life. Thank you. I did do a bit of work last night, so trying to set things up a bit better. Always have a hard time with legs. Trying to get the legs right. I feel like the legs are too short now. Like I've made the body way too long and the legs are way too short. Let's have a look. Good God, I have. The body's meant to be slightly... If anything, the body is probably the same length as the legs, maybe. I don't know. Oh no, they're slightly shorter. So really what I need to do is shorten the body. Let's get the body. God damn, I'm warm already. Let's just beep. There we go. Take that. Bring it up. Just about there. So let's compare the legs to that net. Oh, no, wrong one. I always forget to change, what you call it? Swap layers. The legs are just small. That's my problem. The legs are small. I think the body's fine now, actually, like that, which means the skeleton. I should rename that to skeleton as well. Skeleton. A lot of the time, me drawing is just me fiddling about. It's probably why I'm such a slow artist. So what I'm going to do is turn that up so I can actually see it a bit better. Yeah, this will pop up every 5 minutes. I designed it to do that. I feel like it needs to be rotated ever so slightly. Because I want to show off my wonderful supporters. What day? It's Tuesday today, isn't it? I think I picked that balloon. Just go boop and oop. And there we go. Right, now I need to make sure the legs are just a tad longer. Right, let's lock that before I draw on it again by accident. Let's have a look. So legs definitely need to be longer. Bring them up a bit, just like that. Just like those ankle trouser things. Right, let's copy the collar. So I'm going to do that. I use the button on the pen for that. Just push it with your thumb. For those who are non-artists, or people who don't know about that. I didn't really know much about the little... Actually, you know what I could do, just to save myself a little bit of time? Blue? Come here, little Blue. Oh, before I forget, I should probably quickly do something. Blue? Come here, little boy. Come here, little boy. Chihuahuas. Nope, I want... Boop, beep. There we go, that makes things a little bit easier for me. And because they're clothes, they don't really have to be that straight because you can have wavy clothes. I do plan on streaming a bit... I can hear myself echoing. I do plan on streaming a little bit longer today, so Pitybug, you don't have to be on as long this time. You don't have to be on for the whole thing. I'm only letting you know because I don't want you to feel obliged that you have to stay here. You really don't. What time is it at your end? Oh, it's quite late. I mean, to be honest, I'm up at that time at night anyway, so... Alright, I think there's a slight improvement. If I zoom out, I still feel like the legs could be bigger. Kind of like that. Yeah, that's better. Fix the skeleton just for my personal preference. There you go, just give us some leg surgery. Snap the legs. I might sleep on this. That's perfectly fine as well. You do whatever pleases you. I hope my voice soothes you to sleep. I doubt it, but I hope it soothes you to sleep. Or, you know, if I could just start doing ASMR. How does that sound? I won't. Don't worry. I won't suddenly start doing ASMR. unless enough people request it, then I might consider it. I tried doing it for Minecraft at one point, and I did that so wrong. I was so bad at it. Actually, it looks like I've got a bug at the knee right here. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right, shoes. What do I normally do for shoes? I can't remember. I do brown. Shoes. That's kind of scary. What, my ASMR? I don't even know what that stands for, actually. Just round feet. I don't have to go. I really don't. I've got to stop myself being too complicated. Just nice round shoes. It's a kid's book. I got to stop myself from doing too much for it. Like, there'll be no focus on the feet. How many commissions do you do in your career? Not many. Literally, these last 2 months have been the only times I've been commissioned. Like, out of ever. It's just because like people are starting to hear about me more often now. So, and even then, most of it was pretty local. Like I did. So if you remember my podcast with that lovely lady who came and talked about her glamping business, I did a logo design for her and just recently did some photography for her. And because I did a logo design for her, her partner who works in the medical field put my name in for logo design for his medical practice. And it's kind of funny because this isn't exactly a commission. This is more of a business partnership that yeah, that I've been having talks with this author with. I mean, for all we know, we might end up being the distributor. Which I can see that happening, because we're having talks about how we're gonna run this thing. Because this one isn't really more of a commission. This is more of a royalties thing. Yeah. Right, I think the mother looks good from here. Yep, alright, so now on to Arabella. I think I'm going to do her with longer hair. Now the question is, what colour should I do her hair? A head. Yeah, whenever I draw characters, I always separate them. So, like for different characters, so Arabella A will be all the A layers, and then the mother is M. I'm guessing she's Mrs. Brown, but so far I don't know the name just yet until until I read further on. So I mean, I read some of it. And the author has read the story out to me as well. Yeah, so far I believe the mother is just called Mrs. Brown, so whenever I write her layers on my screen, whenever I write my layers on the screen, it'll be M for mother. It kind of makes it easier for me to label them. Right, so we want the head, Arabella's head. So let's get this colour. It's quite like using that colour for the head. I might do that more in future. Oh, also, what's kind of funny, you see these colours here Well, you can't now because that's in the way. I'll give it 5 seconds. There we go. Right, so you see these colours here? These are everything I've built up over the years for when I draw my Ask Charming Shadow blog. So these are Charming Shadow's body colours. That's his hair colour. This is for eyes. His, you know, the iris. This is iris for nighttime. The mouth, so that's the interior of the mouth, the tongue. I can't exactly remember what that's for, but I know this is for blood and bruising. And this is for Mindstorm the character, not me. Completely different people. Mindstorm the character, so clothes, skin colours and skin tones, jeans, and also Charming's horn magic, so that's the green one is day, purple's night. I can't remember what this is for or that. Some of them are random colours I kind of put together. I think this is for like walls and... Oh yeah, I think I did that for wood. And then down here I've got Lyra, Bonbon, and then these were all my friends I used to have at the early days of Tumblr. Can't remember what that's for. Yeah, I kept all my friends' colours as well. I never hear from them anymore. It's just the whole Tumblr purge thing really screwed everything. It made me sad. I lost a bunch of people I used to associate with on Ask Charming Shadow. Makes me cry every time. It's brilliant because, like, it's not brilliant, but I've had a brilliant idea, which is going to be very, very cruel on my blog, and I hope it brings tears to people's eyes, like it brings tears to my soul. I'm going to do very horrible things. He's in a vulnerable state at the moment, Charming is, and it's just going to keep getting worse. Right, I should probably do Arabella in a coat, shouldn't I? Let's have a look. I believe she was actually getting a coat on, maybe. So she's packing a school bag. Yeah. So Arabella's packing a bag. So, by the sounds of this story, Granny Witch is a mischief. She's a mischievous witch. Yeah, sounds about right. You know, for a kid's book, even I'm finding this quite funny to read. She grabbed a coat. Yeah, okay, right, so she grabbed her coat. She wasn't wearing one just yet. Yeah, I know. It is a shame. Like, I can see both sides to it. There's a bit of a situation with people doing bad things on there, but they should have tackled that and not attacked every not safe for work thing. And goddamn, I may not be that big on it, but it's still artwork. It's still nice. Right, what am I looking for? Body. A body. It's kind of funny, just a body. Should keep the head up there, actually. I think the head should go above the body. Legs down here. Shoes below legs. Arms. Put that below the body. Head above the hair. Face below the hair. And the skeleton goes under it all. Right, so this is all done, I think, for now. So I'm just gonna chain that off. Arabella's head will be changed later. Yeah, Tumblr shot itself in the foot. It's a shame because like a lot of safe for work artists jump ship as well. And even though some of them might not be affected, because some of them did get affected and just left, but though even some that wouldn't get affected also just jumped ship and they never came back. A bit weak. Heck, even I was preparing for a backup plan as well. Like on my website, I quickly set up a whole page for just Charming Shadow. It was not, I didn't complete it, but I was putting everything on DeviantArt instead. Right, I should probably work on. So I do it with a long sleeve shirt, I guess. I think Arabella could wear a long sleeve shirt. Yeah, I started uploading stuff on DeviantArt. I kind of stopped doing that in the end. Not generally, I mean, like I stopped uploading Charming Shadow and Talk to Lyra on DeviantArt. But I probably should have kept up with that, but I decided not to in the end. I'm dying. I feel like the sleeves are going to be too thick. I need to make them not too thick. It is a shame. I did enjoy having friends on Tumblr. And there's a lot of blogs that used to follow me, or I used to follow, and they just kind of stopped. It's kind of sad. Like, not even because of the Tumblr thing, they just kind of stopped. I know mine's been a bit slow lately, but that is, like, I desperately want to draw more for Charming Shadow and Talk to Lyra. So I am going to get on with that again. And I'm hoping at some point, if some artists would like to help collaborate, things I want to pay people. I want to pay people, but I can't afford it yet because I don't want to underpay people. So I'm not doing anything right now to collaborate with people until I can afford to pay them better. But I want to pay people, and then, like, if people are able to help. Because if I can get help collaborating on Charming Shadow and Talk to Lyra, I'll write the story and let them do the drawings for me. So then it can help me be a bit more posting consistently. One of my issues over the years is I've never been able to post consistently. I really want to. Like, this is one of the reasons why I've done the podcast, because it's been every Sunday, and my gaming stream every Saturday. That is the only thing I've been able to keep posting consistently. Consistently. Yeah, I think that works. I feel like the legs are too short again, but it might actually be quite fine for kid, actually, having short legs. I do miss when the Brony fandom was so lively and stuff. I used to follow all sorts of blogs. I'd check it every day. Yeah, short stubby legs, yeah, that works. I used to, well, no, I still check it every day now, but when I used to check it every day, it was so, like, I could read so many different Ask blogs, so many different comics that everyone was uploading, because I I'm very picky on what I follow. A bit like, what is it? I only really followed My Little Pony stuff. I still do now. I only really follow My Little Pony things, even on DeviantArt. Like, how does it feel that Tempest and You're Charming have the same? Oh yeah, yeah. That is kind of funny actually. You know, I was you know, when I made Charming, like I was, what was it? It was 2012, wasn't it? How long ago was that? That was nearly 10. Yeah, about 9 years ago, wasn't it? So I was, what, 16, becoming 17? So I was a bit of a teenager, kinda. I wouldn't say edgy teenager. I wasn't much of an edgy person. But I wanted, you know, I tried to make Charming cool and stuff. But I also didn't want to join that whole Mary Sue situation where everyone has this edgelord character that is undefeated in every way possible. Like, I wanted something different. I wanted my character to be, you know, vulnerable. Hello, I'm trying to have talks here. But yeah, one of the things I still did was the Broken Horn. I thought it would be an interesting story piece, but I don't think I expanded too well on it. Like, I didn't do a good enough job making it as that leg's too low. Okay, right, hang on. Shall I make it longer or shorter? So I will get back to that. Everyone has Alicorn of that crazy, yeah. Yeah, the OC, yeah, the Alicorn OC. You know, I did have one point where Charming was going to be like a buddy Royal Guard, and I was like, no. Like, I started it, I then scrapped that idea shortly after. I was like, no, we're not doing that. Look, he's just some pony who kind of does a little thing on the side, but he works in an appliance store. That's literally him. You know, nobody ever asked what Charming does for a living, so like, I've had to bring it up myself just recently, actually. After all these years, I finally reveal what Charming's actual occupation is. The thing that I kind of portray him as, some vigilante kind of thing, is more of a on the side. Ooh, wrong pen. I do find it funny, the Broken Horn thing actually became legit in the My Little Pony movie. There was one, oh god, there was what, because everyone also does it where their characters personally know the princesses as well. I was like, ugh, no. Gotta try and avoid anything like that. Just do little feet at the back. What else was it that everyone will keep doing? So they had the Mary Sues, the Alicorn OCs, everyone personally knowing the princesses or being shipped with the princesses. What else was there? But there was a lot of things I wanted to avoid because I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to have such a overused idea. Ooh! Accidentally drawn the wrong layer. Oh no! I forgot to add feet. Add feet. What, our shoes? Was it our shoes? Shoes. Bugger. I can fix it. It wouldn't be the first time I've done something like this. Oh. Right, now I want to get rid of the brown on here. There we go. Yep. Just a personal preference. That's all. Just make it tidy. Yeah, there we go. I agree. I mean, shipping OC and canon characters. Yeah. I try to. Oh. Oh, or characters personally knowing the canon characters as well. There's that as well. That was a thing. There is a part in my blog where my characters have interacted, just like any other background characters potentially interacted with the canon characters, but none of this, oh, I personally know him, yada yada yada, sort of thing. Just like, oh, hey, this bumped into him in a situation and that's it. Yeah, shipping the canon characters. I think that looks alright actually. A round head for the kids. Do a little itty bitty neck. This one come from the back a bit more. You know what? Actually, I am kind of working on something like that. Actually, the part I was mentioning, but I do want to do something where there is a bit of a interaction with the canon characters, because, well, Lyra, because I run two blogs. I run an Ask Charming Shadow and Talk to Lyra. Talk to Lyra is technically my experiment to see how quickly an OC canon can get followers than an OC blog, and I just kind of kept at it. But yeah, I want to do something where the two blogs kind of have a, so what the character kind of meets the canon character to kind of link the blogs, just for like that very brief moment. Like, it's the same universe. It is the Mindstorm Productions universe, MPU. Yeah, so yeah, I do plan on doing that actually. But the one I mentioned was at the very beginning of the blog, where, you know how the main characters are fighting Discord or whatever, the main 6 or whatever. I wanted to do it where one of my characters kind of stumbled on the situation where they couldn't stop Discord, and so one of my characters stepped in to give a hand, only for that one thing, and then it kind of, like, they just kind of forget about each other. Like, it's just there to say, oh, do you need help, sort of thing. I never really expanded on that story. The reason why I created that, the reason why I wanted to do that was because when I started the blog, I had a very weird style. I kind of tried to mimic that Doctor Who's, no, Discorded Who's, that's it. Where I tried to somewhat, like, I was kind of inspired by the style. I didn't do a very good job of it, but I was sort of inspired for it. But just do long. But then as I was, yeah, so my original style was trying to be inspired by the Doctor Discorded Who's art style, which didn't work out. But I was slowly improving my art style. No, I was actually very quickly improving my art style, and I was thinking to myself, well, the art just kind of looks different and weird. And I kind of wanted to make an explanation, so I thought, oh, well, Discord was up to some trouble, as he always is, and then just before he gets turned into stone or disappeared or something like that, he puts a spell on the world which makes the whole world look weird. And yeah, that's why my art style kept changing. I tried to make a story to explain why my art style kept changing. So I tried to, you know, because I thought it'd be kind of interesting to do that. I don't know. What do you think? Does that thing look alright for the hair? So I hide the head. Whoop. Although there's also going to be a moment where Charming will have interaction with Rarity, because his job, he's basically lost his job now that his home's been destroyed. So he's lost his job because his job needed the home, because they have a workshop where they make the appliances, and because they can't make appliances anymore, he had to close down his business, and he needs to find work. So I thought, well, what if he just works as an assistant at the boutique? Yeah. Like, not, you know, not personal friend or anything like that. It's just like, oh yeah, he just has a job at the boutique. Because I should draw the canon characters more often as well, like generally. Like I drew Twilight a few years ago. It's on my DeviantArt. Should I draw nose? Should I just do a little itty bitty nose, just boop, no, boop, like that. We'll see how it looks. Draw on the wrong layer again. A face. There we go. Right, get back to fixing the body a bit, because I'm going to draw the hands soon. Should make my sleeve a little bit thicker. In the way I draw the back of clothes, it's like it's a coat. God damn. I do need to draw humans more often. Alright, prop. So she'll be holding her bag. Alright, let's bring the skeleton back. Let's turn it down again. There we go. Right, now what do I want? I want I'll say arms, just because. Is it below the body? Do I put, yeah. Arms. Pick that green. Do that. That's what I chose for her hand in my light green. Remember, it's a kid's book. I don't need to be too detailed. Probably fix that handle a bit. I'll fix that in when I draw the actual main part, when I get the outlines in. There you go, do that. Oopsies. There we go. When did you first get into the My Little Pony stuff, then Pitybug? I did mine 2012, I think shortly before the royal wedding. And then I was there just as I was there as the royal wedding got released for the show. I'm trying to think how little book authors draw inactive hands that aren't doing anything. I think they just use the fingers spaced out, don't they? Kind of like that. There we go. Yeah. But I'll make it bigger. That looks fine to me. I mean, it's simple. I think that looks alright, actually. Beginning of season 7, bloody hell. And that's when you start to learn English too. God damn. Damn. Yeah, mine was season 2, I guess it was. Was it? That's when the royal wedding was. I'm gonna have a quick Google, actually. I'll quickly look it up. Whoops. I forgot to share on Twitter. And I got Facebook open for some reason. I was, yeah. Silly me, forgot to share my posts. Whoopsies. Shared on Discord though, didn't I? I know I wrote it down. Yeah, I did. Should have that open there. There we go. So I can keep an eye on everything. Right, by the looks of it, the characters are pretty much ready to be moved on to the next stage. So this is just the guide right now. So I do that. I'll do the mother and Arabella, and then I'll do props afterwards. It says focus on the mother. So I do MOL. OL stands for outline, which wrong one. This is when I finally use the normal pen. Now the question is, how thick should I do the line? Should I do them quite thick? Because that's cartoony, isn't it? So if I were to do like, yeah, I think thick cartoony lines works, doesn't it? Yeah, my wonderful Patreon supporters right here. That might be okay, actually. I'm going to turn the guide down so it doesn't get too distracting. There we go. Of course that turns up after I press the undo button. This is what I've been doing when I do Tempest. When I've been drawing Tempest. I don't know how you pronounce it. know that a drawing, because I've drawn her with a tear, haven't I? Originally she wasn't meant to have that. She was meant to be like pure monster. But then I added the tear, and I was like, this changes everything. This changes what I was originally gonna do. I was like, instead of just being pure bloodthirsty monster, it's got a whole new story to it, which is she became the monster and she hates it, or something like that. She became the monster she became the monster they thought she was, or some stuff like that. Right, let's just try and fix that, because I don't like the lump in the drawing. Because this is thick and this isn't. I probably should have made that thicker. See if I can fix that. Oopsies. Almost could. It's gonna be tough. I can rotate this, it'll make it easier. I forgot what the keys were to rotate the canvas. I think that's better. Oh, that's much better. Should do the head at some point. I gotta do the face before I do the rest of the hair. Right, so let's do the fringe. Oh wait, no, hang on. To the way I did the fringe. There we go. Oh, I should probably unmute the Discord. There we go. Right, now let's work on this part. Whoopsies. I'll do another layer and I can put it back. Nope, because her face goes flat here. Yeah. Right. No issues. Okay. Oop. Let's try the eyes. Whoopsies. This is that oval style that I normally do when I draw my ponies. Yeah, I think that looks alright, to be honest. Damn it. See if I can fix that. I feel like that part of the eye could do with fixing though. What is your biggest challenge when drawing then Pitybug? So I saw the pop-up come up then, it kind of distracts me a little. Nope, no, I'm just going to redraw the eye circle together. There you go. Actually, I don't know if her expression should be smiling. I should probably... because she's not actually too happy about this letter that she's reading. It's not. It doesn't actually say you are adopted. I just left that there as a joke. It's great. Her entire expression could be changed just by doing this or doing this. I don't know what her mouth should be, because the mother finds the grandma chaotic and the letter is about the grandma. So I've got to try and figure out what her expression should be. Maybe that. Right, finish the rest of the hair. Now that I can link these two lines together. Ah, screwed up. Because it's a long line, I can't do long lines. Okay, so if I have to just boop. Yeah, that looks alright. That looks alrighty, laddies. Laddie waddy. Oi, governor. Is there any overlays I need to fix? No. I'm so used to pushing P now. Remember when my issue yesterday was not getting the right pencil tool to do the sketches? Now my issue is pushing the wrong one when I want to get the pen tool, which is N, because I kind of copied that from Adobe. As much as their company's so pain in the arse, like the programs are so buggy. Like they charge you so much for programs that really aren't worth that much. It's so buggy. And then they become a subscription base. It's like, how dare you? Like, I would consider buying Adobe products if I didn't have to pay a subscription. I don't like that everything's become a subscription now. Because some of these things, they just aren't worth it. I mean, like, you know, Netflix, things like that, it's fine, but software, I don't do. I don't do subscriptions for software. Don't like it. If I could just do a one-off payment, that's good enough for me. Because at least then I can save up for it and then buy the product. But if it's a subscription, it's just another thing I have to deal with on my budget that I barely can't afford as it is. I usually don't make my project big because I spend too much time on one artwork. I lose interest in it, so I make them small as possible. Fair enough. I mean, heck, yeah, the drawings you do on DeviantArt are like, goddamn. I'm so glad you're on DeviantArt as well. Because I know a lot of artists, they don't want to use DeviantArt. I kind of get it. It did have that weird thing when they updated to that weird system, that weird UI. What is it? User interface, that's it. But like, it's the only place where I can like label all the artwork. Like I can favorite them and organize it in these little favorite folders. DeviantArt made that a little bit harder since they changed it. I used to drag and drop. Now I can't do that. I feel like the hand's too small. There's my problem, the hand is too small. Mother. Yeah, I'm glad you upload your stuff on DeviantArt. It means I can favourite your work. Arms, that's it. always draw the hands too small. That's my issue. Whoopsies. So we'll do that. Fix the hands. That I can do. So you don't like them big because it take too long, yeah. My issue is I'm just too slow. I think it was Derpy Baru, if that's how you pronounce it right. You know that page where they have all those different, like that huge archive of artwork. I visit that every day searching for new artists. I think that might have been where I found you. Maybe, or it could have been on the DeviantArt front page. I always check the front page first. Because how my order works, every night when I watch YouTube, because I watch YouTube every night, watching all the subscriptions, I let it build up. I watch YouTube every night, and when I'm watching YouTube, I then go on Tumblr, DeviantArt, and then Derpy Baru. And yeah, so Tumblr, I read the comics that you know, the ones that are still there. That's probably like one comic every few days. Go on then after that I go on DeviantArt. I look at the front page to see the artists that I'm not following yet and decide if I want to follow them or not. Then I go through my watch list, favourite the art I like, ignore the ones that, I mean, some of them can be good, but it's just not something I want to favourite. And then I go on Derpy Baru. I filter out any artwork I don't really want to see. Well, not artwork, but you know, filter out specific tags that I don't really want to see. But at the same time, look for other artists. I do that every evening. I can do that within half an hour, and then after that, while I'm still watching my YouTube, because I have hours worth of YouTube at the moment, so I'm watching a few videos every night. After I've done that, I then get on with my next art project, which is right now Tempest, or any project that doesn't require sound. So like the pop-up I do for my OBS. I did that last night while watching my YouTube because it didn't need sound, it's just pops up. Need a bit more. Yeah, that. Yeah, like the thing I like about it is that it's strongly encouraged to include credit on that site. I think it's derpybaru.org or something. Don't use the everything tag, trust me. But yeah, it's very, you know, it's strongly encouraged to credit the artists. So I don't mind if my stuff gets posted on there. It has been posted on there before. Too late, you did. I think we've all done it. So it's alright. Actually, I should make this a thinner line. What is it? Yeah, so I like that it's strongly encouraged to credit the artists. It helps me find them, or it helps me filter out ones I don't want to see. Who is your YouTuber? Carson. Oh, so I don't know actually. I quite like Brandon. His stuff. He's got some hilarious. Brandon Rogers. Some hilarious stuff. I watch. Like I watch Markiplier and PewDiePie and what is it? Cinnamon Toast. Ken. I haven't watched Jacksepticeye. I'm also quite picky, as well. In a way, I'm very picky with the content I want to consume. Yeah, I'm liking this so far. This is brilliant. I have got Carson on. I watch Memulus as well. I don't need to worry about that being a wavy line because I think I should. There we go. Because these are closed, so they can be wavy. What about you? What's your favourite YouTuber? I think I do enjoy like PewDiePie stuff. Ooh, I like when the Vanoss group post. Vanoss is just like he's pushing the boundaries for offensive humour, and I love it. Like, I just love how his group's reaction. It's Vanoss that does something. I just love offensive content, and the way things have been lately, it just makes me enjoy it more because of how painfully strict everything's been. I don't like it. I like things that go on about touchy subjects because you can just laugh at it, and cheers, Blue. J Slap. I have a wallpaper of him for my phone. Ooh, cool. You know, I think I might have heard that name before, but I don't think I know about the YouTuber. Let's have a quick peek. Have a quick peek while we're here. Let's have a quick. What's this? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen that picture before. Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen that picture before that they're using. A fucking pop-up, man! I've done this to myself. I think that'll do for feet. I think that looks nice. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of the guide. That looks nice. That is probably the most simplest I've ever drawn people. I get a little too complicated sometimes. Now let's draw Arabella. Why not? A-O-L. Oh yeah, what was I saying about offensive content? Yeah. Some people seem to think that just because you're laughing at an offensive thing, you support the thing that you're laughing at. Oh, he swear. Oh, does he? I mean, lucky for some. I mean, my language has been a little bit reserved lately because since I'm such a small YouTuber, the algorithm is not on my side, that's for sure. Now if my numbers started increasing, I may be a little more lenient on what I come out with. But also, like, I have had one of my viewers, he doesn't really like the naughty words, so out of politeness I have tried to avoid it for them, but I can't promise I can do that forever. Got a bit of orange juice. While you're learning English words, have you been learning a lot about English swears then? It's quite funny when people learn swear words of different languages. The one I've always known is Scheiße in German. I remember I was in Germany once and I was around Germans and they just say that sometimes. It's so funny because I know what they're saying. I do kind of want to learn like other languages. I would like to become good at knowing other languages, but it's time. It's like, I know it's like, oh yeah, just put 5 minutes in, but like those 5 minutes I'm doing something else. It's going to be quite hard doing small fingers with thick pen lines. Only Russian word I know is swear word. So I can just boop. I'll do it the other way. Boop. Do the thumb. Do the line for the other finger. There we go. I think that's fine. I apologise if my voice is kind of croaky. I'm still just a tad tired. I am basically always tired. Okay, there we go. Putting a lot of focus in trying to get these lines right. Actually, if I do that instead, there we go. Yo, I actually can't hear the background music. Right now I'm just listening to the silent hissing of my headphones because when I switch them on, they hiss. Because I get something to do with the silent whatever noise cancelling or some stuff like that, I guess. Do you have any idea why cartoon characters have 4 fingers? No, I actually have no idea. I'm guessing it's probably easier to draw, especially if you do thick lines like I've done. Like trying to do all those fingers was quite tough. But I'm wondering if it's just a less finger to draw. Like, if you think this is complicated, just get rid of one and it's easier. That's my guess. I could be wrong. Does the nose work? I don't think it does. No, I'll leave the nose out. There we go. She is much easier to draw. There's less detail on her. Oh wait, I forgot to add the buttons for the mother's shirt. I'm trying to think which way buttons go on a shirt. I don't think it really matters. That'll do, donkey. Alright, looking good so far. I think. I hope so. When I speak to the author at some point, be like, hey, what do you think of this? And hopefully be like, yeah! He hears noises outside, so he barks. Like he's some big tough dog. Like it's gonna do something. Right. Hair. Now, what I'm gonna do quickly, I'm just going to do a quick bathroom break. Swig a bunch of liquids before I go, you know. Make sure I don't roll over any dogs behind me. Okay, we're good. Alright, I shall be right back. Hey, how's it going? Oh, you like the little be right back screen, do you? You know, I tried to automate the be right back screen, but I just couldn't get it to do what I wanted it to do. Right, colours. What colour should I do the mother's hair? Boop. Gotta click the layer first. Should I make her... What colour should I do the hair? Let's have a little look at different colours, shall we? First, let's try brunette. Or maybe even blonde. No, I feel like that doesn't. Maybe a different tone. You know what? I do the rest of the mother first before I do the hair colour. Right, so I'll probably do top, which will be like a whitish grey. Hello. Oh, I just realised you probably need to go to the toilet, don't you? I'll be back. Which does mean that that film's going to play again, because I haven't got a thing to change the video, but I will be back. Here we go again, indeed. I got to change the filler. I got to change the filler. Let's see what I got. What have I got sitting around? Yeah, sure. Yep, that fits. Just making sure. There we go. So it's not the film again. Yeah, I just had to sort the dogs out. Right, so her top is going to be that colour. Could probably make it lighter actually. So it's not completely white. Probably wouldn't be able to tell. I'm not too sure. You can tell on a smaller screen, but not on here. Because here's what white looks like. Trousers, what colour could I do them? Legs. could do jeans colour. Bit of a weird contrast. I should add like some kind of background texture, to be honest. Forget the airbrush. And what's paint mode mean? Oh, right, let's pick a texture. No. Nope. What kind of colour do I want to do for the background though? If I can avoid background, that would be good. You know what? I'll draw a simple background. Beep. So what I do is let's do a door. Walls, actually. Oh no, it's the background outline, so really it's BGOL, background outline. So let's get the ruler. We don't want it to be straight. We kind of want it at an angle, like where their feet are going. Kind of like that. And if I draw a bit further back, actually. Now I feel like that's too angled. That looks a bit better. Don't know why I did that, but whatever. Do the door. What I need to do is kind of get this lined up again. There we go. Technically, I should really go a bit further. A mail mat. There was a mention of a mail mat. I don't know what a mail mat is. So it's just a doormat, basically. That's what I thought. I didn't mean to rotate. So I'm going to do the top of the... Wait. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do the top of the door yet. What I am going to do, however, is do the side of the door. I feel like that's too long for the door than wide. It needs to be wider. Just going to make that go all the way up there. Probably put that there instead. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to get rid of this. get nice and close. There we go. And then we bring the ruler back. Yeah, baby. Maybe do the door about this high. And then I rotate this bad boy. Now the funny thing is, because obviously due to perspective, that's not going to be angled like that. I'm actually going to slightly bring it down to about there. Oh, I should do it on a separate layer, and you'll see why in a second. Get rid of the ruler, go back to you, and I can now erase this. Okay, it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. The whole idea of me doing that is so then I can like erase without actually I think that looks fine, without accidentally erasing this. I'll let it slide. Right, door. What colour shall I do the door? My door is white on the inside, green on the outside. And there's some doors that are blue. Oh, really, I should add a bit more detail to the door first. I'll do one of those semicircle things. Where's the ruler? There we go. Now we could probably do it just a tad smaller. Yep. Maybe do that a bit. Right, and we go pen. Now, oh, hang on, I should just make that not pointy at the end. There you go. Now I'm deliberately going over because so weird. Alright, that should do it, I guess. When I do get the eraser, just boop, there you go. And then go back to this part. What sort of program do you use actually? What kind of program do you use for your artwork? Right now I'm using Paint Tool Sci version 2. Let's find the center. Do a middle line. Try and halve that. I'm basically eyeballing this. Nope. Procreate is cheap and good. Fair enough. I use Sci because that's what I heard everyone else was using. I didn't know how to draw in Photoshop. I still don't know how to use the tools properly in Photoshop. And I just kind of got too used to drawing on here. I should do floor as well. Which way are door handles normally? From what I know, our door handle is on the right. So I'm not going to worry about door handle here. Or should I? Should I put it there? I don't know. I don't really know which way door handle should be, to be honest. But it would make it look more like a door if I just put the door handle in. There we go. I think that'll do it. I think that looks good. Simple house, because then I'm going to do like a fade around it, which does also kind of bring me to the. Can I move these? So if I bring them available, just, nope, some layers are protected. Yeah, thought so. What if I do that? Can I move them now? No, some are still protected. Which ones am I protecting? You, the skeleton. We don't really need the skeleton available anymore. I also don't really need the guide available anymore. But I want to move it. I mean, I kind of still do actually. I haven't even put them in the folder. There we go. Right, so what I'm going to do is move them a bit more that way. Excuse me, I apologise. So what am I doing? Door? A blue door maybe? See what a blue door look. Alright, where's the issue? There it is. Right down here. See that? That's a problem. So I just... There'll probably be a moment where I will take a break later. And then come back to this for second stream, or I might just stick to my 3-hour stream. It's not even 3 hours though, is it? I don't know. I used to use PC software like GIMP. Yeah, I know about GIMP and Caino, if I pronounce it right. I'm too lazy. That just boot up my PC for drawing. There's a lot of work, so I switched to handy iPad. Fair enough. And I use my iPad if I'm out and about. That's actually what I started Tempest on. Tempest? That's what I started Tempest on. And then I saved it as a PDF, because you can open PDFs on Sci. So I saved it as a PDF, moved on to here because I prefer to draw on the computer. Tell you what though, I would love a tablet that has the screen on. That would be awesome. So I'd love to actually like look at the thing I'm drawing and not have to keep my eyes forward while I'm looking down. And it is good for when I'm speaking to you guys, I'm looking up at the camera. But I would love to look down on the screen, actually draw on it. I think Sketchbook I use on the iPad because it's free, and it's pretty good, like to some extent. There's a few flaws on it though that I'm not a fan of. I apologise. I can hear my voice being so croaky. Alright, there we go. We should be able to do this. Alright, cool. Door. Let's make it bleu. A bleu door. Maybe not you. Definitely not you. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go in the filter and adjust the colour here. Oh, you can't see what I'm using. I am using a hue and saturation thing to alter the colouring. I feel like, there we go, that is better. For the lidor. Shador. Don't even know what I'm saying, by the way. Right, door handle. I do the circle one because it's so basic. Easy to draw. Everybody knows what it is, even though it's the wrong one, but you know. Window, now that needs the pale, super pale. Right, let's get the filter, color adjustments again, so I'm going to alter the hue. Yep. And whenever I alter settings, I always like to do it to the nearest 5 or 10. So right now I'm doing hue as -20, saturation -30, and luminance -5. Save, because I haven't done that in a while, and I should do that often. Walls, I don't know what to do with the walls. Maybe like a kind of yellow tint. Get that yellow, alter the tint a bit. And then what I'm going to do is get the selection pen, make it a bit bigger, get my ruler back. Draw a selection. So this blue line you see, this is the highlight. So if I get the magic wand, that section is now highlighted. What I need to do though is bring that down a bit, get the deselect pen, make it just a bit smaller, remove that section there. So basically a selection pen is like a pen but it lets you select. So then when I do that, it creates that little grid. You get all grid. Oh, actually, hang on. I want to highlight that in as well. Because you're not going to see it because the door's in front, but I'm going to make the wall. That'll need some work. Let's tinker it again. I can hear noises around me. Grey the walls out just a bit more. Probably make them more paler. That's a bit too pale actually. I don't know, what do you think? Yellow wall? Floor's a little easy to do because I can just do selection pen, just go boop, and then magic wand, and it'll be hidden behind. So what should I do the floor colour? Like brownish, pale brown, kind of like that. I'll do her shoes blackish. But they won't be black. They'll be a very, very dark grey. Maybe slightly lighter. I'll probably do the same for Arabella. I never know what to colour shoes. Excuse me again, goddamn. I shouldn't say top, I should put shirt because I'll throw myself off. So I use the term top for what position something should be as well. Nah, I think it should just be the same colour. Actually, that's quite fine. Do skin, the flesh. Alright. Skin. Beep. Got on the right layer. There we go. So now I've got to try and figure out what skin tone I'm gonna give her. Pale. Yeah, I think that looks okay, doesn't it? Should do the eyes as well. Eyes. If the author has a different idea for shape and colours, I'll have to do that. So once I've done this, I'll contact the author about, hey, I did your drawing. What do you think? You should just do pure white for the eyes. Yeah, that makes more sense. Still not sure about the hair. Blonde. Not that kind of blonde. Brunette, or even black hair. Something just doesn't seem right with the look of this Mrs. Brown. And do mouth. Actually, I should go under here. There we go. Mouth. There we go. She just doesn't look right. Give him rosy cheeks or something. If I can spell. There we go. Do A. Bring the brush a lot smaller. Where's the pink? Do that pink. Highlight the skin so I can just do this again. Does that look better? Like they always have that thing, the rosy cheeks, don't they? We'll see. We'll see how it looks. Maybe eyebrows. Maybe that's the problem. I haven't drawn eyebrows. Yeah, I think that's a bit of an improvement. I don't know about the cheeks though. I'll see what the author thinks. But now I need to do Arabella. I feel like Arabella could have a red top, a shirt. Sort of reddish shirt. That red's a little too dark. Maybe if I desaturate it a little. a legs. So I'm trying to think, should I do green? Maybe like a sort of green colour. I'm not too sure. Pick the green and bring the tone down a bit. Desaturate it a little. Maybe a bit more. Shoes are going to be the same. A shoes. So I'm just going to quick and easy. Yeah. Right. Just gotta go check something quick. I'm the only one in the house. I thought I heard my door open. Like, cause all the air was brushing through as well. And my blue screen's going crazy. Yeah, whenever I do characters, I always layer the clothes. Like, even though the layers aren't overlapping each other, I always do the clothes layers always on top of the characters, like the skin. There we go. I just didn't want to zoom in. Right, do her the same colour. A skin. There we go. Easy jobs. And her hair colour. What colour hair should Arabella? Always do the hair on top because I don't know, actually, do I do clothes on top of hair? I'm not too sure. A hair. Well, for now her hair's on top of the clothes, so that's how we're going to see it. Well, the mother has got brownish hair. Then also kind of depends what the father's got, isn't it? So although it is a kid's book and I'm supposed to be kind of simple on it, I would like to add a little bit of or blonde. Would she be better? Would she be better as blonde? I don't know. Blonde just doesn't look right with these drawings I'm doing. And it's probably because I'm just... I don't know. I'll just stick to both brunettes for now. It could be just because I just don't draw the blonde hair very good. I should save. Right, I should do the props. Right. Because my bladder's not my friend. I only drank a pint. I haven't even drank a pint yet and my bladder's going berserk already. Yeah, I like to use a straw. Yeah, I got a pain in the ass bladder. It makes me pee multiple times. But as far as doctors are aware, it's fine. It's fine. So I don't know what it is. I just pee. Right, I'll be right back. And this time I put a different video in. So enjoy this other video. Hey, how's it going? I'm back. Also replied to a message while I was at it. Right, let's plug me back in. And I'm back. Recent kids book in my country doesn't have simple art style, looks more like anime style. Children are going to be cultured very well. Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, we're not as what is it, disciplined, I guess, in our country is a bit more lazier in a way, but also looks like here you guys work quite a bit. Yeah, I was wondering what the black line was then. Quite simple here. Right, I want to do props, don't I? So we got letter OL for letter outline. Are you an anime fan, Pitybug? Let's do letter. Speaking of animes, can't say I'm much of a fan, to be honest. I don't really watch anime. I think I saw that Sonic show at one point. I used to watch Pokemon when I was younger. Not really prefer cartoon. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm just not into anime myself. Oh, actually I should turn the sensitivity down a bit. Bring the pen line thinner. There we go. I've seen some people try and recommend anime to me. It's like, sorry, but it's just not my thing. It's what is it I don't like? It's just the way it is. There's a very specific thing that anime has that I just don't like. Like one of the things, I've watched One Punch Man because I thought it'd be different to typical animes. But it wasn't, it was just basically like every other one. I don't like the constant overpower thing, where it's like, oh yes, I got this power, and then I've got an even stronger power, and oh guess what, I've got an even stronger power, and it's just basically this overlay of power. Not a fan of that. What else is it? That's when characters brag all the time about how evil they are. Like, I like to kill everybody, and I'm a brutal murderer. I love killing, etc., etc. And then, you know, it gets proven that they're not. But I don't like that. Oh, I've accidentally drew something over there. Funny, I watched this One Punch Man and it's less about One Punch Man and more about everyone else. Backpack. You know what, main character of One Punch Man's name is Saitama, yeah, also known, is also the name of prefectures I live in. Ah! Huh! It was funny because I started a story, I kind of have to finish watching it now. So I have watched the whole thing at the moment. Even though I'm not an anime fan, there's some bits I see and just like, it kind of makes me cringe a little, but I watch it anyway. Actually, I can do this a thick line. I think because the letter is a piece of paper, it's kind of harder to. Whoopsies. But I kind of have a thing where if I start a story, I kind of want to finish it. So I want to see what happens next. That's actually one of the things that got me into My Little Pony. Because I saw parodies. I saw parodies on the internet. I think the one that really got me to check it out was what's he call himself? Hot Diggity Demon, and his parody cartoon of My Little Pony. I just thought to myself one day, I was like, is that based on an actual part on the show, or did he just make up that story himself? It was the apples one I was curious about. I was like, because I was just thinking, was that just a made up story, or did he actually base it on an actual part in the show? So I looked it up, I watched the show, and I didn't realise they made a new My Little Pony. I thought this was still the same old My Little Pony from like the 90s or something. I had no idea there was one in 2010. So I watched it, and I'm just thinking, alright, well, this didn't have anything to do with the thing I heard of. So I watched the second episode, and then I was like, oh, I kind of want to see what happens next. So I watched the third episode, and so from 1 till 7, I was just like, oh god, why am I watching this? And then after that, it was like, oh, I can't wait to watch this. So I'd lay in bed at night, every night I'd lay in bed, and I'd watch a couple episodes on my phone with headphones in. Like my headphones in, just laying in bed, just like watching the show in private. And then I eventually showed my brother. And I was like, hey, I've been watching this, and although it's My Little Pony, it's alright. So I sat with him as we both watched it. He was the same reaction as me. He wasn't, he's like, oh god, why? And then like a little while later, it was like, hey, we're gonna watch this together? And because of that as well, it also started a trend kind of thing that me and him did, where we both watch YouTube together every night. Auntie Anne just come home. Yeah, but that's what started me and my brother doing YouTube, watching YouTube together. And that became our thing, but then he got a job now, because he's a big boy. We watch YouTube all the time. We'll have our cokes, we'll have our snacks, and we'll watch YouTube together. But he's got a job now, so like he has to go to bed sooner, so he can get up early hours in the morning. And I'm what is it called? Premium hobo. That we joked about. It's been a bit tough trying to find work, that's for sure. No, I should expand that to 4, shouldn't I? There we go. Oh, so I'm trying to get a job in the field. Like, this will either go 2 ways. I'll get a job in the field that I like, or my production does its thing. It's weird how these things just kind of gain you in, like, it's what leads to this sort of thing. But yeah, me and my brother just started watching YouTube together, and but he's got a job now, so I watch YouTube on my own. And which is fine, to be honest, because he's got a bunch of YouTubers that he likes to watch, and I've got my own that I like to watch, and sometimes it gets a bit waiting for each other. Like if one of us goes off and does something for the day or something, and we're waiting for the other one to come home for the evening before we start our YouTube. Just gonna do that. To be honest, why do I even need to? I can just draw the whole, boop, just like that. There you go. Look at that. That's fine. That's fine. Doesn't need to be too detailed. Yeah. The memes. Well, I mean, yeah. The memes are what convinced me to watch Rick and Morty, and so I did, and I was quite happy with it. So I said to my brother, "Hey, you know, the Rick and Morty, you know, it's, all the memes and stuff. It's actually a pretty decent show. It's worth a watch." So that's what we did as well. Is that about you, bro? I know it's sad. You're all grown up, lol. Hilarious, Auntie Ange, hilarious. What we want? Bat, Pat, Phil. What colour? Should I do pink like that backpack picture I used as a reference? Like a nice little pink. I'll actually, you know what? I'll make that a slightly different pink. I'll do it on a separate layer as well. Backpack Fill 2. It's a bit bright. I should actually change the tone a tad. I'll deal with that in a minute then. This one will be different. What else? I mean, like, also Squid Game. If any of you have seen Squid Game yet, like I saw advertised on Netflix, and I was like, oh, that seems kind of interesting. I wouldn't mind watching that. But the memes definitely convinced me a bit more to watch it. Ooh, I don't know now.
How's my gorgeous nephew doing?
That's Auntie Ange. I'm just going to close the door. There we go. Right. Oops. There we go. Right, let's have a little look, because by the looks of it, I've finished this one. And what I might do, well, I nearly finished, I actually want to do a little artistic trick with the background. Hello. Hello. The dog's scraping up the door. How you doing, little star? Do you want to come up? Do you want to come up? Ooh, I got you, bloody hell, she jumps. I didn't yet, but I know there's a bunch of getting replicated. Yeah. I don't see blue. Yeah. tell you what, like, we saw a sad scene yesterday. It's like, wow, that's so mean. Actually, I'll probably keep that. Yeah, such a sad scene yesterday that we watched. Made Auntie Ange cry. If only I recorded the reaction. I've enjoyed it. It's Korean, I believe, and they've dubbed it. I say my only negative thought about it is that, like, the accents are too American. I think, like, if they're gonna have Korean characters, the Asian accent probably would have felt much better. And, like, because we're watching the dubbed version, which is on Netflix. I don't mind, like, the translation stuff, but it'd be nice if they had the accent. It'll feel a bit more better. If they had people with the accent voice it instead. It sounds too American. It's too American sounding. There we go, reset that back to normal. Downside is that it's still a bit there we go, that's a little better. That's what I'm looking for. Try and keep it off the edges if I could. That's much nicer. I like that. Oh, I nearly forgot the doormat. Bring the ruler back. That should be lined up, so if I do the doormat here, I don't know which. Oh, really? What I should do is do a line there. It is good. We've been enjoying the story. We're on episode 8, which I think we'll be watching this evening as we enjoy our dinner. Alright, that one I'm just going to overdo it deliberately. And make a new layer. Got here. Which way should I have to... Actually, you know, if I focus on where their feet are, or the heels at least, that would help me kind of pick the angle. Okay, something just doesn't seem right. We'll do that instead. Just doesn't seem right, does it? Disaster. Yeah, it'd be disaster for you. You never know, it might actually be dubbed in Japanese for you. Unless they don't, unless they actually do stick to the American throughout all the different countries. So I think they're using Korean American people to dub it for the English version. I'm not too sure, by the way. Like, I only had a quick glimpse and the names seem similar. So I'm just making a wild assumption there. So that is a good point, actually. They might not... So I would have thought they'd dub it for the different countries. Because I think they might do it for like German and stuff like that. I wonder if they might do it for Japanese as well. Just doesn't seem right. Yep, to be honest, I'm nearly finished now anyway, because I want to show the I want to show the author before I do any more, and ask them if they're happy with this. So yeah, hey, good night, Pitybug. I hope you sleep well. Alright, this is coming close to the end now anyway, so let's see. Doormat. Not too dark, maybe that brown. Yeah, that. Oh god, I put it on the wrong layer. Good thing I could fix that. I should do a letterbox, shouldn't I? Just add these minor details. There's a good point though about the whole American accent easy to understand for other countries, because I'm wondering So I imagine they've dubbed it for other countries, but I'm wondering how much they've dubbed it for other countries. Like how many they've done it for. I think I see it because when I was having a quick glimpse on the internet, I think I saw something about German version and stuff. So that's what I'm curious about. Alright, that looks good to me. I do letterbox. I'll just do that as like a dark colour. Maybe like that. There we go. A little extra details. My hands have disappeared. I can touch all my settings physically. Well, I think that'll do it. That's my drawing. That's going to be one of the drawings, I guess, for page 1. I was going to draw the front cover at some point, haven't I? Yeah, I'll have to talk to the artist about the author about that. I am the artist. I'm speaking to the author. All right. So this is a drawing. So that'll be Arabella. It could be different by the time we do the next stream. This is her mother, Mrs. Brown. See what she thinks, see if there's anything that needs changing. And yeah, I think that'll do it for now. Alright, make sure I save that. I'm also going to save a PNG copy, because that is, yes, it's saving right now. You can't see it, but there's a saving thing. It's because of the settings I selected. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to have a talk to the author, see what they think, and I'll probably be on again tomorrow, maybe. I'm not too sure. We'll see. But yeah, see ya.